topic that you have to speak upon is describe an introvert person you know. The sub questions are who the person is, how well do you know him or her, what makes them introverted, and how you feel about the person.
Well, every person is born and developed with a different personality. But here I want to talk about my classmate, my friend, whose name is Nidhi. She has a completely reserved nature. I think which makes her introvert is her family background, because at a very young age she lost her father, and her mother used to treat her like in a very bad manner, and she at a certain time now she lives with her sister, and she always used to avoid every person in the class when we were in the school. And when I used to talk to her, she always got nervous, and every person, every child of our class finds her like she is the weirdo of the class. But when we start talking and when we start connecting to each other, I found her very interesting, because she don't have many friends and she has very small circle of people around her. She used to avoid everyone. Like personally I like the person who has a limited number of friends. And
Okay, perfect. So here, Manish, what was not there? What was a miss? So one, you have to remember that you're always paraphrasing. As I keep on telling the class as well, do paraphrasing of the question. Paraphrasing makes the other person, makes the examiner realize that you have understood the topic. And it happens in writing too. Now in this topic, it was about an introvert person. So you can say that in general there are two personalities which are normally popular. One is extrovert, one who's always talking among the group or is the most talkative person in the circle. Now the other category is of reserved people, which we also call them as introvert. With these people, they have some kind of hesitation of talking to people, and also they feel very nervous when they are in a group. And the friend I'm talking about is exactly the same. Her name is, let's say, Ghislaine. And she's one of those people who is very good at heart, but does not like interacting to people. So initially when I first met her, the conception about her, the idea about her was that she's not one of those kinds whom I would be friends ever with. Because she always used to stay secluded, alone, not talking to anyone, and if anyone tried approaching her as well, she'd simply shirk away and leave the room. That was her scenario. But then as we began to go on the same tuition center, we eventually became friends. And when she started telling me about her life stories, I could actually relate to it in a way that yes, if she's going through something like this, anyone in her place would behave the same way. So the thing she told me, that her father died at a very young age when she was about 7 or 8, and now she's only handled by her mother. And her mother sometimes becomes very rude because she has other things to do as well. Everything is being handled by her. So she has that responsibility on her as well, Justine, that she has to take care of her home because she's the eldest one among brothers and sisters. So she has to do a lot of things like preparing food and taking care of her younger brother. So she always is in that dilemma of how to deal with the situation. And when you talk to her, she's very mature. It's just that sometimes I feel that she's outgrown her age and she's not able to mingle with us, as she has not seen these things from a long time. She has been into an atmosphere wherein people are taking her as the most responsible person, and they expect every time that she should be behaving in the same manner, and that is why she is like this. However, if I talk about overall, she is one of the best person to be with, as she is very understanding and she is the best advisor for me in all the situations. Okay, so we can elaborate, we can talk about different things, we can use these words, like words I use: shirking means to get away of things, to avoid things. Mingle means to mix up. So try to use different words, okay, so that you get a better balance score. Secondly, also try to use contractions. Although you did use a contractions cause, but it's not cause, it's cause. Okay, so use cause, not cause. Cause has a different meaning altogether. Cause. You said I don't. The topic was in past tense, and you said word don't in present tense. So it should be did not. So you can say, instead of did not, you can also say didn't or didn't. So it'll be a contracted version of it. Clear about it?
Yes.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Manish. Bye bye.